Hey everybody, Stephanie Brewer here from Kids First Education coming at you with another Math in a Minute. Let's look at a unit of 1. So this square is going to represent 1 unit. What if we cut it into 10 equal pieces? Then what would one piece, one shaded piece be equal to? 1 out of 10, which is 1/10. So let's represent that as a decimal. How many ones do you see? I hear you, just 0. But how many tenths do we have? We have 1. Very nice. Okay, so now how much is this shaded piece? How much is this? Well, we have 3 of the sections shaded out of 10. So that's 3/10. How many ones do we see? We see 0 and we see 3/10. Very nice. Now, what if we cut each column into 10 equal pieces? Like that. It's magic. How many pieces should we have now? Yes, 10 times 10, which is 100. Very nice. Well, now I want to know, what would one box represent? 1 out of how many? You guessed it, 1 out of 100. So let's represent that. How many ones do we have? We have 0. How many tenths do we have? Well, we don't have a whole tenth, so we can't shade that in. And we have 1/100th. Very nice. What would 3 boxes represent? Well, 3 out of 100 is, you guessed it, 3/100. Now let's represent it as a decimal. No ones, no tenths, 3/100. Okay, well now, what would 10 boxes represent? Oh, wait. That's 10/100. So now we have 10/100. But that looks like something we did a minute ago, so let's look. Here we have 10/100 and 1/10. They represent the same size. So we can show that 10/100 and 1/10 are equal to one another. That's very cool. So now let's use that in adding 2 of these tenths and hundredths fractions. 3/10 plus 3/100. Let's look at the picture. 3/10 and there's 3/100. So I'm going to write 3/10 again, but this time I'm breaking that box into 100 pieces. So then what would that be? What would 3/10 be? Yes, 30/100. So that is the equivalent to 3/10. And we're going to add to that 3/100. Now let's transfer them to a grid. We transferred everything from those 2 grids to this grid. How many boxes do we have shaded? You're correct. So we have 33 out of 100, or 33/100. This has been Math in a Minute, or 2, coming at you from Kids First Education. For more Math in a Minute videos, visit our website at www.kidsfirst.llc. Kids first, always.